line limits. There again, so clearly it is not everything that is going to be vatted. You are going to be vat as soon as you escape the lifeline cap that has been given. The other thing is also that I think the first schedule, section 9 of the first schedule, clearly states that such a tax should be taken. What has not been done is basically about the implementation. So the law itself is there already. And I think we've laid the basis there. Another thing that I need to talk about or say before we proceed is that with this current IMF program we are on, government clearly stated that they cannot bring their appetite in terms of expenditure down. What they can do is to raise more revenue. And therefore, the onus is now on us to justify our local currency rating, which means that we must generate a lot more cedis to make the program a success. And this is the reason why government is looking at every corner and every possibility within the various tax acts to actually raise revenue. Another thing that also must be made clear is that it is not likely to achieve the targets of the budget, which is the 2024 budget. And that is the yardstick for crystallizing or triggering the payment from the IMF to us. And therefore, it is very necessary now for government to go any length. And it does not matter at this point what the economic situation is, whether people can pay or cannot pay. All government needs is to raise more taxes. Now, to the tax itself, and like I've said already, the act is already intact, is there. It is just the implementation that is being started. Now, what clearly this means is that it's going to raise what you are supposed to spend for electricity by 21.9%. Yet, it is not the production or the factors of production that is causing the upward adjustment of tariffs with regards to electricity. It is the tax. And this is the heaviest ever at a shot for you to have an increase of over 21.9% on domestic. Now, when this happens, the taxpayer have two choices: to find a replacement for grid power or to lower the consumption. Lowering the consumption clearly will be difficult. And also shifting to other sources of energy will be immensely difficult. So we are left with no choice but to find more money and pay. The issue is about finding more money. Where in this economy is there growth? Are employers able to pay more within this economic situation? And the answer is simply no. The other aspect of this is that you are triggering the effects of a lot more people going the way of illegal connections because of the hikes you have introduced. And when that happened, the secure its compliance. Make sure, go round and make sure that people don't engage in illegal connections. But trust me, that is also not cheap to do. Because the very people who go down there themselves feel for the people. And before you realize, they will be taking bribes to let go. People actually connecting electricity illegally and not paying anything for it. And then ECG will be producing more, will be buying more energy, supplying more energy to us, and will be getting less in returns. And the debt will keep piling on our heads. You know, this country is a very wonderful country. That anytime we take decisions, we don't look at the full effect of the decision. We pretend to be doing something when in fact, in the long run, whatever we are doing will only collapse or further collapse the economy we so wish to salvage. And this is by far how we can describe this decision. It is not going to be a solution. It is only going to, in fact, exacerbate the current situation we find ourselves in. Mind you, everybody has a domestic life and will pay for this 21%. And where do you expect such person to actually raise the monies from? It's either they go to their employers with actions like strike and other things to demand artificially for more, when in fact their effectiveness at work has not improved. At the same time, the man who owns production or service would also now demand for more for the same services provided. And we come back to our situation with inflation. Our inflation is not being driven by the excess supply of money. Neither is it now being the shortage of goods and services on the market. No, it's being driven now, as we speak, by taxes. And so now that is where we are.
So I guess then the question, because you've already stated that what government is essentially telling the IMF is that we'll raise more money. That's all. But government is not promising to reduce. Government does not want to carry the load. Is passing on the load to us in the form of taxes. So that is actually part of the move.
In fact, they categorically stated it, that it was government's decision. I think it is paragraph 16, if my memory is serving me right, in the IMF document, categorically stated that they cannot bring expenditure down. What they can do is to raise more revenue. And if you remember one of our interviews, I did state that Ghanaians should be prepared to pay more taxes because that is what government is demanding.
Now, all of this is in an attempt to, like they claim, salvage the economy. And President Akufo-Addo is promising prosperity and progress. You are saying that is not where this move will take the economy to collapse it.
Yes, I've given you the full cycle of it. As we speak, one of the major challenges for ECG is the illegal connections. Line losses, generation losses. These are the main challenges of ECG. And therefore, when you increase at a go, effectively 21.9%, assuming my consumption either to or before this tax was 100 Ghana cedis for a certain amount of kilowatts. Now, to buy that same amount of kilowatts today, I need 121.9 pesos to be able to do that. You understand? Which means that to consume the same, I have to go and find 21.9 Ghana cedis. If I am not able, then it means that I have to reduce my consumption to about 93 Ghana cedis. That is what we are talking about. And the issue is that sufficient for me? If it is not sufficient for me and I cannot find more money, then you are moving people or pushing people into this illegal connection of electricity, which is already a challenge for us in this system. And therefore, when this happens, and it will trigger more people moving to that adverse attitude, then you will need to send more men on the ground, and that is also cost to you. And those men, knowing very well themselves are part of the suffering brigade, will go there and look for their 21.9% extra to pay for this. At the end of the day, we will achieve nothing. You would have thought of collecting more taxes, but then your losses in terms of ECG will also shoot up. And then we will come back to the same table again, where we have huge debts on the books of ECG, GRIDCO, and then the VRA. And then we will have to go and borrow money with hard currency, very difficult to finance, to survive. And so the cycle is not going to end. And the cycle will not produce any or yield any good results. But for where we are going to be there. And that is why I am saying that it is time we become, as a people, more creative. This government to look at other means of raising income. Well, at this time and at this point, they have less time. And therefore, they really don't care. What they will do is take a direct shot at the people or the taxpayers and expect them to cough up more. You will have more of these actions coming on. You will have more of this direct attack on businesses. Businesses are supposed to expect more harassment from the revenue agencies or authorities. And at the bottom line, investors will call back. Everybody will sit back and watch. There would not be enough investment into the system. And whatever target we have set for ourselves is most likely we are going to fail at it.
I see. Let me conclude by asking you whether you think this will deliver the prosperity and progress that President Akufo-Addo is promising.
Well, so now, that is simply a joke.
Is it the prosperity and progress, or which one? What the president is saying is a joke.
Well, I cannot question progress. Progress, yes, we can decline or progress by declining. So progress has two sides. It's either you progress by actually increasing your value, your wealth, and everything, or you can be progressing in terms of decline in your value and wealth. I think that for that, I should assume or I will assume that we are going to progressively decline. So that I cannot question it because he wasn't emphatic on that. But the issue of prosperity should be taken out completely.
I see.
Because it's not going to happen. And all the numbers, no matter how you turn it around, no matter what you put in, it's not going to get us there. This fiscal policy will fail and will fail poorly. It will only survive till about June and August. I expect it to be collapsing.
I see.
This fiscal policy will collapse latest by August.
Nii, thank you very much for speaking to us.
You're welcome.
Nii Yarboi Annan, like I said, consult on several issues, tax, a chartered accountant, and helps us on analyzing financial issues. We have to take a break. Let's take our last break, and then when we come back, we'll speak to Benjamin Insia, and then we'll also have a conversation with a lecturer from the University of Development Studies on the issue of progress and prosperity.
Introducing Drango Energy Drink, your ultimate source of vitality. Whether you're battling fatigue, seeking a boost, or savoring a refreshing energy kick, Drango is your answer. Drango! Featuring an iconic tiger symbol, Drango is the go-to choice for athletes, drivers, and all active go-getters. What sets Drango apart is our secret formula. A unique blend of vitamins B3, B5, B6, B12, all packed in a silver sporty bottle. Drango Energy Drink keeps you going. Drango! No fears, no limits.
Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended. Persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have tartar or cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white where it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kale Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kale, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Shese washada pa eyi achia diera wedding na fimuni nyina obi atwen yakobi na ukodru ho a emanko enson ene wo satare kro no a
Srupo, and no beer, no one say, and Nutina say a voice, detail, and now SMS in poor, MTN just for you. I share. Every one casa brabo kama. Press star 141 hash, and now she share will pay on my MTN app on so. Not Joe MTN just for you. She share. Every one pop. I will Ghana Casifiba, Opraswa, or beer Antonio.
MTN.
Well, taking us to 60 minutes past 9, Radio Gold 90.5 FM is the station. Of course, we're having the discussion on the VAT on electricity, something that will affect everybody. Because even if you